Supernatural didn't just scare us with monsters. It reawakened creatures whispered about for centuries. Ghosts, Wendigos, Striga. Each one wasn't invented by Hollywood. They came from folklore, from fireside warnings, from parents who told children bedtime stories with a hidden threat. In Season 1, Sam and Dean fought these legends head-on. But to really understand why they're terrifying, we have to step out of TV and step into the shadows of history.
Eye exploring.
Entity 1. Ghost. Let's begin with the most familiar, the ghost. Nearly every culture in the world has a word for it. In China, they're hungry ghosts, restless souls who wander because they were not given proper burial rites. In Japan, the onryo returns to exact revenge, often appearing as pale women with long black hair, dripping with anger. In the West, we speak of poltergeists, noisy spirits that slam doors and throw objects. The heart of it is always the same, a soul that refuses to leave. Unfinished business, a violent death, or a desire too strong to fade away. One of the most enduring stories is La Llorona, the weeping woman, a mother who drowned her children in a fit of grief, and now roams riversides crying, searching, luring others to watery deaths. Travelers in Mexico still claim to hear her cries at night. Supernatural's very first episode brought this legend to life. The ghost of Constance Welch, a woman in white, haunted lonely highways. She appeared as a beautiful woman in distress, only to vanish and kill those who offered her a ride. By starting with this legend, the show tapped into something primal, the fear that the past isn't done with us. Ghost stories don't just frighten, they remind us. Every culture tells them because every culture fears that death is not an ending, but a door left open. Entity 2. Wendigo. If ghosts remind us of the past, the Wendigo warns us of hunger. From Algonquian folklore, the Wendigo was once a human. When famine struck, when winter swallowed whole villages, some turned to cannibalism, and legend says those who did became something else. A Wendigo is the embodiment of greed and hunger. Its heart turns to ice, its body grows thin, gaunt, skeletal, yet its appetite becomes infinite. No matter how much it devours, it only grows hungrier. This wasn't just myth. Native peoples used the Wendigo as a warning. Don't give in. Don't eat the flesh of your own, or you will lose your soul. It was a survival story turned into a moral law. Supernatural's Wendigo, introduced in episode 2, lured campers into caves, mimicking human voices, striking when people thought they heard a friend. It wasn't just a monster, it was the forest itself, waiting for anyone who let their guard down. And here's the chilling part. Even today, psychologists use the term Wendigo psychosis, a rare syndrome describing people who believe they are turning into cannibals. Myth bleeding into medicine. Bonus entity, Striga. And now, the bonus creature most fans forget, the Striga. This comes from Eastern Europe, especially Albania. The Striga is a witch-like being that feeds on the life force of children. By day, she appears harmless, an old woman blending into the village. By night, she slips into homes. Children grow pale, weak, feverish, and sometimes never recover. Parents in Albania once hung iron amulets, garlic, or even the heads of animals above beds to ward off the Striga. In some tales, only a silver object could pierce her skin, killing her as she fed. Supernatural adapted this in episode 18, Something Wicked. The Striga preyed on children in a hospital, leaving them comatose. And in that episode, we didn't just see the monster. We saw Dean's guilt. It tied the myth to human fear, the fear of failing to protect the innocent. That's what makes this legend last. Because what's scarier than something that comes for us in the night, but goes after our children first? Ghosts remind us the dead are never truly gone. Wendigos warn us of hunger that consumes the soul. And the Striga whispers that evil doesn't always strike the strong, it preys on the weak. Supernatural pulled from these legends because they already terrified us long before TV, and they still linger today. So I'll leave you with a question. If you had to face one, a ghost in your home, a Wendigo in the woods, or a Striga hovering over your child's bed, which would you fear most? Like, subscribe, and comment your answer. And join me next time as we dive into more monsters that refuse to stay on the screen.